don't know. I can't.
Zoe's hugging me right now.
Yeah.
We're having a group hug while we talk. It's Golden Girls up in this thing.
I'm sorry if I didn't hug you. I will next time if there's any way possible. I promise.
Okay, there you go. You got an IOU. Now your life is awesome.
A Twitter rain check.
Now, obviously, the fans of Lost Girl are huge, and I mean, they do not diet. No, I mean, there's a ton of there's a ton of no,
You're
there's a ton
such
of
a bad
fans.
person.
There's a ton of fans. As I was saying, I was like, that sounds
I know.
like
I heard it too, and I just didn't. I just was like, it's fine.
We're just gonna alienate. We love all you Lost Girl fans. Be our fans too.
The fan base for Lost Girl is huge.
It's a large number of people.
But is there ever that time you're at that convention and someone's talking to you and you're like, wow, this is nice, and then about 5 minutes you're like, security.
The only I was at one recently and a guy came over and asked if he could kiss me. And I will hug, I shake hands, I sign, I do.
Yeah, kissing is a bit weird.
Kissing
right?
I don't do. And he got a little upset. Because I had to gently turn him down. I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't kiss, but I'll give you a hug, or I'll." And he was a bit upset with me. So there was that moment. But 99.9% of the time, people are awesome.
I think people.
But you gotta have some boundaries.
Yeah, of course. And I think some people get a little too excited.
Yeah, I won't make out with you.
And they don't understand how.
I mean, I'll make out with both of you.
No, obviously.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to suggest that. No, I make out with you two.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought we had a connection.
Yeah, no, we do. We do.
Come on, I'm wearing a vest.
No, I noticed it immediately when I walked in. I was like, we're getting that off you. Yeah. So.
Oh my God, Zoie Palmer, you have to come back all the time.
I'd love to.
You're hilarious. I love this. Okay, so what was your first paid acting gig where you could stop lying?
Oh, well, it was actually in theater. And I grew up in a small town called Sutton after we immigrated from England, and they had a summer stock theater, and it was Canada's oldest professional summer stock theater. It was called the Red Barn Theater, and I did plays for a summer there, and every week I made $176, I think, or every 2 weeks.
Ballin'.
And I was
That's our contract right now.
Yeah.
That's how we're doing with that's our contract with Sirius XM now.
Well done.
Yeah, we're
Great.
really knocking it out of the park.
Yeah.
Knocking it out of the park.
Yeah.
So that's great.
That was my first gig, and I was so floored that somebody would pay me to act. I
do what you wanted to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible.
That was my first. And then TV was that movie in Lithuania.
And how far apart were those things?
Oh, years. I was before I even trained as an actor. I did that summer stock play. I was like 16 years old or something.
Oh,
like that.
wow.
17. I don't know.
Yeah. And people don't realize how much time and effort and training goes into establishing a career.
Well,
in the arts,
it's when
right?
people go like somebody became an overnight star, and then you actually talk to them, and they've been in the industry for like 37 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're like, I started when I was an embryo.
Right, yeah.
It's an amazingly difficult industry, but immensely rewarding when it works out.
By the way, listener Heather wants you to know that you guys met in Houston, and you said she looked like Jodie Foster.
Oh, yes. I remember Heather. She does look like Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
Like
That's
lot.
all right.
And she gets told it. She gets told that quite a bit. I said, has anyone ever tell you look like Jodie Foster? She's like, oh, yeah, a lot.
You know what we need? We need a picture of Heather / Jodie Foster with
Twitter?
Chris /
That's her there.
Chris
right there.
Chris Martin.
Doesn't she look a bit like Jodie Foster?
Let's see if I can pull up the
Heather,
photo
we're
here.
looking at your picture right now.
It's too small,
Are you
Heather.
Jodie Foster, but you just don't want to admit it on Twitter?
She does look like Jodie Foster.
And in person,
You
more.
do. You do look like Jodie Foster.
I'm sorry I didn't hug you, Jodie.
Yeah. We're going to rectify this situation. This is what Ward and Al is about.
Fly her over here.
It's
Get her over here.
Yeah, we're busy.
Yeah, we totally have the budget for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have time for this. Zoe's unbuttoning my vest.
I know.
Yeah,
it's
there's
a good
so
time.
much happening today. So much happening.
So I will ask you this now. One thing that people are really embracing about Lost Girl is you guys have been a real big hit with the LGBT community.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I mean,
you in love with both.
You play a lesbian on the show.
I sure do.
And I think that's what's great about the show is that it's managed to do that without controversy. Like there hasn't been the
Westboro Baptist Church
exactly,
hasn't picketed you guys yet.
I mean, here
that we know of.
Yeah.
Well, here in Canada, that's not the big
It's
deal.
not an
We
issue.
get it. But in the States, to have a show embraced like this with a character, I mean, I guess the main character is bisexual
That's right.
more. Your character's a lesbian.
Yeah.
I think that's really something that a show like this is going into its 4th season, and we haven't seen any faux outrage, you know what I mean, from people in the States trying to...
And to have a main character same-sex love story is pretty big, because a lot of shows have the secondary characters, but not the main character. What do you guys feel the response from the LGBT community?
You couldn't not feel the response. I mean, we hear it a lot, and rightfully so. I mean, it's had a huge response, and I think one of the greatest things that we always talk about is the fact that they never really reference that on the show. The fact that there's a sexuality issue. Like,
it's very
it is just what it is.
Mo's kind of got a thing with everybody in the beginning, and it's never addressed. It's like, this is life.
And I think that's kind of what's resonated with people so much, is that it's treated like anything else.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I think people have reacted to so positively.
And I think that's, like I said, one thing that Al and I both liked about the show was doing that, and it's not gratuitous, it's not done to be titillating, it's not done, you know what I mean? That it's just shown as this is life, this is what people are, this is a relationship.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I think the thing about the show too is that there are so many different types of people on the show. Like there's the sex issue, in that the sex issue.
Yeah,
that's my term for it. But there's Rick, who plays Trick, the bartender.
Yeah,
he's obviously a smaller person. It's never referenced.
But what's great too is when he's first introduced, because standing behind his bar, it always seems like I was looking. I was like, is he a little person, or is he just... And you can't... They always sort of play with that, like when he's behind the bar, he's as tall as everybody.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he comes out and you're like, oh...
But I think what's great about it is because it's never referenced, after a while you just forget.
No, of course.
And you start to see people for who they are. And Rick is such an amazing guy, and he does a great job playing Trick. But then there's all these other characters who are different, and there's Faye, and they're never kind of made a thing of.
Yeah.
And then people just have no choice but to kind of go, okay, well, I guess that's this world, And I kind of mimics what I think it would be great if the world was really like.
I was going to say, that would be nice, right? If everyone
we all just met people and got over whatever that was quickly and moved on to who they are.
Yeah.
So
I like you. You're a good person, Zoie Palmer.
Oh, I think you're pretty great, too.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, take your vest off. Because you're wearing one, too.
Yeah. I also put on a vest today. Ward is for real wearing a vest.
We're all wearing vests.
Yeah.
It's just a vest off. And
the new thing is vests, guys. It's
lower your voice.
Sexy vest time.
That's nice. Well done.
It's getting romantic.
Now, Zoe. Our producer, Terry Mercury, is a fan of the show.
Is he?
He is. And he wants to ask you a question.
Oh, okay. Go. I'm ready. Sorry. Let me just get my things back
Let's bring producer Terry in here to save it from getting awkward.
Can I call you T-Man?
Sure can, no problem.
Okay.
I'm listening to you guys and I'm thinking, geez, are we heading towards PG here? But anyhow,
I think we passed PG a while ago.
Probably about 20 minutes ago. But Zoe, what I'm curious about with the program, one of the things that I like, and we were talking about it just before we went to air, and Al got her nose all out of joint and everything when I said that I wasn't a real big fan of the character Kenzie in the program. But I wanted to explain why I'm not a fan of Kenzie, and you're one of the big reasons why I'm not a fan.
Taste.
No. Zoe's character Lauren is one of the reasons why I'm not a fan of Kenzie, and that is they're both human beings. Now Kenzie is a mouthy, scrappy, and they're dealing with supernatural people, and quite frankly, that's the one string of realism I want in the program. If you're going to be mouthy and yappy towards people with supernatural powers, chances are you're going to get squashed real early and real quick, no problem. Whereas Lauren, she recognizes that I'm a human being, I'm a doctor, I have to negotiate my way around with these people. They're supernatural. They can wipe me out any time. I have to negotiate with these people and figure out how to get what I want, and I won't do a spoiler alert. I won't say what she wanted, but we both know exactly why you started dealing with the Ash to begin with.
Right.
But you had to negotiate your way around the supernatural world. You couldn't just be mouthy and lippy the way
Speaking
Kenzie
of nerds,
is.
I know.
Sorry,
right. Terry's geeking out right now.
I love the program. I absolutely love the program.
Terry, here's what I will tell you right now. Okay, I am the kind of person that is mouthy and lippy. I am all talk. And that's why I kind of like Kenzie, is because I'd be like, yeah, so what?
Yeah, but
look at you with your magic.
But Al, if you were dealing with supernatural people, they'd wipe you out with the blink of the eye.
You don't know what I can
Vex.
do.
Look at Vex would make you pick up a knife and stab yourself to death.
Yeah, I'd live.
You know, but I mean, Lauren recognizes I have
Right.
to deal with these people.
Well,
They're stronger
Lauren's
than